This is Mrs. Short Game. Nice shot. This is my daughter. Ooh, sounded good. This is my son. Wow, it's pretty good. And this is my other son who you've seen before. Whoa, 180 ball speed, 324 carry, 347 total. So what do they all have in common? Is it natural talent? Maybe. Or could it be I taught them? And over the course of the next 16 weeks, I'm going to teach you the exact same fundamentals. And by the end, you will be 5 strokes better, minimum. Our 5-stroke challenge series is kicking off with none other than the grip, because these couple things you're doing wrong are costing you many strokes per round. So whether you have a perfect grip, a grip that needs repair, this video here is a good baseline, a refresher to get back to the most critical piece of your game. Because maybe you're going way right, or maybe that's happening, which is a low kind of lefty thing, and you're losing distance and you're not getting the maximum out of what you think you should get. This and this and this is probably the culprit. So most grips in golf are going to be either the overlap here or the interlock there. If you have a 10-finger grip, I highly encourage you to consider one of the other 2 options. If for some reason you have some injury, then I get it, stick with the 10-finger. It will limit us to some degree, but we'll deal with that as we go in later videos. But for the most part, most of us are going to fit in one of these 2 categories. I've seen some where they overlap a little bit more, but nonetheless, none of those are wrong. That's not where we're making this huge mistakes. So you're going to have some options here. I don't necessarily hate the strong grip where that hand is turned way over this way, this left hand over that way. That's not horrible, and you could get away with it, but you have to do some other things in your golf swing. But too far this way is better than too far that way underneath. Now I know what you're going to say. Bryson DeChambeau, he's got a weak left-hand grip. Okay, you got me, but I got you. I got you back with that. Watch. If you have a jumbo grip, that's a little different and will let you slide more weak versus strong. Because you have so much grip here, it actually achieves what you want even with a grip that's turned more to the left there. So if you have a weak grip to begin with, you might want to go to bigger grips because you're going to need more grip on your palm. And so that's where that weak hand can actually help you out, okay? Because that would be the weak hand. But you could see that grip is where it needs to be. Versus when you have the weak grip with a skinnier club, it's very different. Now with that being said, okay, the size of the grip does matter. Here's what we want to see happen. Whatever you do, the biggest mistake in the grip is this. Here's your palm. Look at that. Okay, we want the grip. Here's your lifeline, right? Running right up the middle of that palm. We want the golf grip, not on this side of that at all. We want it on this side, the back pad. So when you grip it, if it's in the center here, that's a no-go. And anywhere this way, it's a no-go. We want that grip in that back pad here. So that would be kind of neutral, stronger, stronger. That's about as far that way as you'd want to go in that back pad. And more, there you go. And that club shaft sits right there. So it runs from here down to there. That's where we want it. When you get a larger size handle, well, even when it's down the lifeline, you still have a lot of it sitting on that back pad. So that's okay. And then you have this weak grip, but it's all still sitting on that back pad. So anytime you're hitting these weak shots to the right, or you just feel the club really loose in your hands, moving around, anything like that, come back here and let's button up the grip. So we got it on that back pad here. Roll that, there you go. And so then whatever feels comfortable here from this point, this way is good. From that point, the other way is no good. Here's what it looks like when it's way too weak. Okay, when you're over here. When you take that club back, look at my club face. Look how open it is. And it's just wide open back there. And so when you come down, it's hard to square everything up. And you can't do it. And you end up hitting it with a wide open club face. And it looks something like this. Just this high, weak, 83-yard 9-iron. Like, I don't think you want that. So that's going to be checkpoint number one, is just look where the pad is. That club is sitting on that pad. Just back it up. Because once you back it up, now when I take the club back, it's not so open. And then when I take it up here, I just have full control of that club with one hand. And if it's too weak, then I don't. And there's nothing to hold the club at the top. This is what you're looking at right here. This would be the top of your backswing. There's nothing under here to hold and control the club. But with the proper grip, when you take it back here, the thumb is holding the club. So you have control with your hand. That you have control. If your thumb's up here, there's nothing there. It'll slip out. So immediately, just that left hand getting stronger is going to give you more control and more power immediately. And that's just focusing on one of the two hands. Already we went from 83 to 127. So positive direction already just with this hand. Now what about the right hand? The right hand is critically important. Even though it's just kind of along for the ride, if it's out of position, it's dramatically going to affect the club. Because if it's too under, like this, okay, then you're gonna, from up here, start throwing it this way. So if it's too under, you got nowhere to go but over the top. So you could have a perfect left hand, but if that right hand's way too under like this, and your thumb is on the side of the shaft here, then you know once you get to impact, that right hand's going to take over the show. So that's something to check out. Where's your right thumb in the process? Because if it's way over there, you might be doing a lot of this. And that's with a 9-iron. And that's a big old, that's a duck hook. And so if that's your shot pattern, quite often it's because your right thumb is on the side of the shaft. Where do we want it? Well, we don't want it there, okay? So our tendency might be to move it way over top here, too much. Now when you do that, look at my shoulder alignment here. It comes over here, and then my shoulders point way left. Again, too over the top, point your shoulders in the wrong direction, and you'll also have some weird looking shots as well. That might be kind of straight, but straighter, but it's not going to go as far because that right hand's over. So when you get up here, again, it takes the power out and you're not able to really drop it in the slot because that right hand is in a bad position. So what we need to do is somewhat of a combination of both. We want kind of our right elbow and our forearm up like it's giving blood. And then that would kind of lead us to do this grip. But what we want to do is just turn our palm this way. So it's, we give blood, but we shake your hand at the same time. Right there. That's where you want to go. And what I like to do is just kind of have my hand just open a little bit, just so I know, like, that's kind of the motion with my right hand. Just a flat right hand. There we go. Now I close down. So what I like to think about is this. My right finger, like my trigger finger, my index finger is right here, right on the side. That's what's on the side, almost like this first knuckle. That's what's on the side of the club here. So I'm overlap right there. Now I got my knuckle on my index finger. That's the secret sauce right there. That's on the side. Too many times we get our thumb there. Our thumb doesn't go there. Something does go there. It's called our right knuckle. This guy right there. That goes in there. So now, like, you're right. We're right that something has to go there. Now that we know what it is, I like to put my left hand on, get my right hand, like giving blood, shaking hands. That right knuckle, that's almost like, that's what I'm throwing. Like I got a little hook finger. That's what I'm throwing at the target, right? So it's kind of like I'm holding something in here and firing at the target with my right hand, right? So I'm like there. And that's really how I aim while I'm in motion, right? I aim ahead of time, and then when I'm here, I'm like, that's the firing mechanism for my target line. So I come up here, and I'm like, okay, right there. That's where I want to go, right down there. And that's what I'm feeling in that right knuckle. And that will start getting straighter and straighter and straighter shots as you start feeling the right feelings. Look at that. See, that's a 139-yard 9-iron. For me, that's perfect. Like, that's the perfect shot. Straight obviously helps. Now that you have kind of the fundamentals and the feeling for what you want the grip to look like and do, just know this. Don't just start whacking full swings right out of the gate. You've got to do this drill to get ready for your new or refined, updated grip. So it's going to feel weird. Grips are the #1 hardest thing to change in a golf swing. It's the most uncomfortable. It's the most weird. It's the most, challenging. So I want you to take your club, 9-iron or less, pitching wedge, but I like 9-iron pitching wedge. I just want feet kind of close together. I'm just going to do little swings. Right there. I mean, we're talking 40, 50 yards. What is that? 42 yards. That's all I want. And I want to go like 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That's how you get used to your grip. So that's 40, let's go 45. Did I get it? Maybe less. 47, pretty good. Now I'm going 50. This is going to be your key. 50 yards. Did I get it? 56, close. And I want to continue to go up those increments. So we'll fast forward a little bit. Let's say I'm at 100 yards now with my 9-iron. That's where we want to go. I want to slowly ramp it up. 103. Gosh, I'm pretty good at this drill. All right, right? And then you go 103 or 100, 105, 110. Let's go 115. So that we're slowly getting there. And if it feels too weird or you hit a bad shot, just start at the beginning again. So what did I say, 115? How accurate? How good am I at this? Let's see. 111. That's pretty good, right? All right, so you're gonna march your way up until you're at, I don't even want you full swing. I don't want you to go full out. I want your maximum distance to be like, here's 9 o'clock, like belt high. Right here, like 10 o'clock. Like try not to go to 11. So I'm trying to go 10 and swing. And that's really where we're gonna max out with each club right now as you get your grip. I mean, ultimately that's not gonna hurt you permanently for your whole life. Because I want you to learn how to control everything like 130-yard carry. I mean, it was I barely swung. But if you can go on course and do that with your new grip, you're gonna be just fine. Because what you're gonna do is get better. 31. I mean, look how straight it is. Like, that's how we're gonna learn how to play. That's how you're gonna have one of these swings soon, because you're buttoning up your grip first before we move on to anything else. Get it right. Do the drill to get your swing comfortable, to get your grip comfortable in its new position. The whole 5-shot challenge series will be linked together. If you want a PDF printed out of the whole series when we're done, make sure you sign up for our email newsletter, and we'll send you the PDF of all the videos put together for you. And each week we're going to send you out an email with the latest video as well, just so you have that and you don't forget and you know what to work on. Can't wait to see your progress as we go. You can be rocking for the next golf season. Good luck. Love you guys. See you next time.